Welcome to
Magic Story Animations.
Once upon a time, in a magical forest where tall, ancient trees reached towards the sky, there lived a young elf boy named Elenion. Elenion had light skin that shimmered under the sun's rays, long blonde hair that flowed like a golden river, and sparkling purple eyes that held the mysteries of the forest. He wore a dark green long-sleeve shirt, light green spandex pants, and a sturdy brown leather belt, which was his favorite because it had been gifted to him by his father. Elenion was known throughout his clan for his adventurous spirit and insatiable curiosity. He lived high up in the treetops with his clan, in homes carved with intricate designs that blended seamlessly into the forest's canopy. The elf clan was a community of skilled artisans, healers, and storytellers, and they lived in harmony with the magical forest around them. One sunny morning, Elenion woke up with a sparkle in his eyes. Today, he had decided, was the day for a grand adventure. He had heard tales of a mysterious mountain cave located at the edge of their territory, where it was said that a treasure chest filled with gold, silver, and other precious riches lay hidden. The stories of the treasure had been passed down through generations, and no one from his clan had ever ventured far enough to find it. Elenion, filled with determination and excitement, decided he would be the one to uncover this secret. After a hearty breakfast of honeyed fruits and nut bread, Elenion set out on his journey. He traversed through the lush forest, greeting the fluttering leaves and whispering winds as old friends. The path to the mountain was not easy. It was filled with twisted roots and hidden trails. But Elenion, with his keen elf senses and knowledge of the forest, moved with grace and agility. As the day progressed, the forest slowly gave way to rocky terrain, and the tall trees were replaced by rugged mountains that seemed to touch the sky. Elenion gazed up at the towering peaks with awe, feeling a small thrill at the thought of exploring the uncharted cave. After several hours of hiking, Elenion finally arrived at the base of the mountain. He looked up at the towering peak, trying to spot the cave. It was then that he noticed a narrow path winding up the mountain, partially hidden by overgrown bushes. Elenion's heart raced with excitement. This had to be the way to the cave. With renewed energy, Elenion began his ascent. The path was steep and treacherous, with loose stones and slippery moss. But Elenion was not deterred. He climbed higher and higher, his eyes fixed on the goal. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, he reached a large, shadowy opening in the mountain's side. It was the cave he had been searching for. Elenion stepped into the cave, his purple eyes adjusting to the darkness. The air was cool and damp, and the sound of his footsteps echoed off the walls. He took a deep breath and ventured further in, his heart pounding with anticipation. The cave was larger than he had imagined, with winding tunnels and high ceilings that sparkled with crystals. Elenion explored each corner, marveling at the natural beauty of the place. And then, in the deepest part of the cave, he found it. There, sitting in a beam of light that filtered through a crack in the ceiling, was the treasure chest. It was old and covered in dust, but its intricate carvings and sturdy build spoke of its value. Elenion approached it slowly, his hands trembling with excitement. He reached out and lifted the lid. Elenion's eyes widened in amazement as the lid of the chest creaked open. Inside, the chest was filled to the brim with glittering gold coins, shimmering silver pieces, and jewels of every color imaginable. The treasures sparkled under the faint light, casting a kaleidoscope of colors on the cave walls. Elenion was mesmerized by the sight. It was more magnificent than anything he had ever seen or imagined. For a moment, he stood there, simply staring at the treasure, awestruck by its beauty. Then, he reached out and gently picked up a gold coin, feeling its weight in his hand. The coin was old and bore a strange symbol that Elenion had never seen before. He wondered about the stories and journeys this coin might have witnessed over the years. As Elenion looked around the cave, he realized that this treasure was not just a collection of valuable items. It was a legacy of history and mystery waiting to be discovered. He felt a deep sense of connection to the past and an overwhelming sense of responsibility to protect this treasure. Elenion knew that he couldn't take the treasure back with him. It belonged here, in the heart of the mountain, a secret kept safe by the cave. He decided that he would take only a single coin as a memento of his adventure and leave the rest undisturbed. This way, the treasure would continue to be a mystery, a legend that would inspire future generations of his clan. With a contented heart, Elenion carefully closed the chest, leaving it just as he had found it. He then made his way out of the cave, the gold coin securely tucked in his pocket. The journey back home was long and tiring, but Elenion's spirit was light. He had embarked on an adventure and had found something far more valuable than gold or silver. He had discovered a part of history, a tale that he would share with his clan, adding to the rich tapestry of stories passed down through the generations. As Elenion finally reached the treetops of his home, the sun was setting, casting a warm golden glow over the forest. His family and friends gathered around, eager to hear about his adventure. Elenion shared his story, his eyes shining with excitement. He spoke of the journey, the cave, and the treasure chest, and he showed them the single gold coin, which now held a special place in his heart. The clan listened in wonder, their eyes reflecting the light of the setting sun and the fire of their camp. They celebrated Elenion's bravery and his wise decision to leave the treasure untouched. That night, the forest was filled with music, laughter, and the magic of storytelling. Elenion went to bed with a smile on his face, knowing that his adventure would become a part of the clan's legends. He drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the sparkling treasure chest and the many more adventures that awaited him in the magical forest. And so, the story of Elenion and the mountain cave treasure was passed down through the ages, inspiring young elves for generations to come. It was a reminder of the wonders that lay hidden in the world, and the joy of discovering them, not for riches, but for the love of adventure and the stories that they become a part of.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.